actually couldn't wait to start 4-H because I had 3 older siblings who were in the 4-H club that my mom was a leader of. And so I couldn't wait to turn 9 years old so I can join the local 4-H club.
My 4-H story begins when I was in 4th grade in Muscatine County, Iowa.
Well, I started 4-H my 5th grade year of grade school.
So my sister was very involved in 4-H just starting out, so I kind of got, as a little kid, involved in the whole program, was going to all the meetings and all those kinds of things with her, and just grew up basically with 4-H my whole life.
One of the biggest things that got me excited about 4-H was just the chance to be with other people, to learn new things. It was kind of different skills and different activities that maybe you would have in the regular school setting or in a school club.
When I became more active in 4-H, I was doing things on my own that my friends weren't doing, and I was gaining new friends in new areas. I think it was the independence that I got from that. I learned what I liked to do, what I was interested in, and I could take that and pursue it.
Many things of what I use today in my company started all through the whole time with 4-H, getting a lot of those basic skills and knowledge sets that I need to be successful today.
4-H is really big about teaching life skills, and the 3 big ones are leadership, communication, and citizenship. I realized all of this preparation in 4-H was really preparing me for a job, a career in food science, and General Mills would be a perfect company. The skills like leadership, I use it every day at General Mills when I manage my projects, when I drive team meetings. Communication, again, in team meetings and giving presentations. And citizenship, General Mills just really encourages people to get out into the community.
I had all the initial thoughts of that independent spirit that I didn't want to stay in Iowa. I wanted to go experience new things, but in the end, when it came down to it, Iowa State had a really good program for what I wanted to study. It led to other possibilities as well. I remember one time one of the staff members for ISU Extension Communications said, well, you know, we might have a spot for you. So the next day I emailed her and quickly became the communications intern for Iowa State University Extension, and that was where I gained a lot of skills that are directly applicable to what I'm doing today in my job.
When I was working and finishing up my schooling and looking for a job, I was able to interview here at Wells Dairy, and I was really excited to have the opportunity to stay in Iowa, and it would provide me even a chance to stay close to Iowa State, and that's something that I have done, and I have been involved as an alumni through the food science department. As you're looking for that first job coming out of school, you don't have a lot of experience, but the food science department at Iowa State really does a nice job of helping you get internships and just giving you that 3-month or 6-month experience, and I was able to have a couple of those experiences that helped me.
Any of my customers I talk to now that I've started the company a year and a half ago, you mentioned the fact that you graduated from Iowa State University, and everybody, they don't really have to know exactly what it is and that I did, but if I just say I graduated from Iowa State in horticulture, it gives you basically instant credibility of what you're doing, so people know that you know what you're talking about.
In high school, I did a lot more of those leadership activities. I also was a worker at the state fair in the food nutrition area. And that's when I started hearing about Iowa State University. I learned about the opportunities in food science at Iowa State. I met a professor who was actually one of the judges. One of her best students was combining food science and chemical engineering. And so I was introduced to her my senior year in high school, and she was going to work for General Mills. So this is what sparked me to look at a job at General Mills.
4-H was very important in finding the job that I have now. I don't know that I would have maybe heard of food science at Iowa State if I had not been in 4-H, and so I can really make a direct link from my experiences at Iowa State in the food science program to 4-H.
If someone came up and asked me why they should be in the 4-H program today, I think it's one of the only ways that kids can come into a program for very little expense and come in and learn the basics of what you need once you get through high school, into college, and into the quote-unquote real world. So it's just a great opportunity to get to know a lot about the world that you're in.
I would tell someone that 4-H is a way to follow your passions and your interests, and that they should go for it, because it's a lot of fun. And looking back now, I can see how I learned from all of that and grew, and I think that is the best part about 4-H for me.
I would love it if more kids came to me and asked me, why should I be in 4-H? Because I think it's such a great organization, and you gain so many skills that it's almost hard to explain in a 5-minute conversation. But for one thing, it's really, really fun. You get to do so many things that you never thought of before. And there are so many people to meet, so many new people to meet, so many new things to do. It has just really prepared me to be extremely effective in my current roles, extremely effective in team meetings, extremely effective day-to-day activities, and I couldn't have garnered those skills without 4-H.